Did you know that in 1858, back in Sydney, Australia, a man by the name of George Dole, that's right, George Franklin Dole, he worked in a tannery there for 35 years, had 11 brothers and sisters, 8 children, 6 grandchildren, and 1 wife. Anyhow, George Dole was retrenched from working one time because times were getting a bit tough back in 1858. Anyhow, they decided to let him go. He had nothing. He had no money saved, he had nothing. And he had no way to pay the bills or anything like that. 2 weeks, 3 weeks, 4 weeks had passed and he still hadn't had a job, had nothing. So he decided to walk down to Parliament. So he walked up to Sydney. Parliament was in Sydney back in those days. Walked up to the Parliament in Sydney, walked straight in. They were having a sitting at the time, and he demanded some money because he wasn't working. And they all laughed. They all laughed at him, and they made a mockery out of him. George Dole just walked out of that door and got so upset that he put a little tent up the front and started staying there, putting a picket fence saying, you know, I'm in hard needs. They won't pay me. Who's going to pay me? Right. Next thing you know, his whole family was there. 8, 9, 10, 12, 18 months he sat there. At first it used to be a joke, but then it became obsession until it went all around the world and started making a mockery out of the Australian government. They had to do something about it really quickly, so they went up there, they gave him some money and said, look, just go home, will you? Okay, we'll give you some money until you get a job, is that alright? He goes, yeah, but this is not enough money. It's not enough money. At the time, Prime Minister Edward Barton, he was in charge at the time. You know, he was our first Prime Minister. Anyhow, he turned around and he said, mate, look, you know, you've done yourself proud, you know, you've done your family proud. I think you've done the whole country, the whole fucking world proud, you dickhead. You made us look like a fucking idiot, he said. But anyhow, he gave us some money. I think it was back in those days, it was like fucking £3, 1 shilling. That was a lot of money back in those days, but anyhow, gave me some money. And every fortnight they kept giving me money so I'd shut my mouth until I got a job. I said, fuck it, I'm not getting a job. Fucking no way in the world. And they paid me until I died. Unfucking believable, eh? That's how the Dole became the Dole.
That's right, bud.
Because my great-great-great-great-grandfather, George Dole, and you know who the fuck I am?
That's what I call the Dole payment.
I'm Frank Dole. Now fuck off.